And begin to take the lotus mudra, which is your pinkies, outside edges of the pinkies touch, and the outside edges of the thumbs, and you create that little flower cup. And you could bring that lotus to your heart. And just for a moment, think about ahimsa. Which is the first yama in the ethical practices. Sitting in the center of everything, being kind, being giving, sending out healing to yourself and others, having patience with yourself and others, ahimsa. So we talk a lot about, focusing on the ethical practices in yoga are such an integral part of the practice. So bring that in this morning. And like a lotus flower, begin lifting the hands up. Rising up out of the mud, out of the fear, out of the confusion, and exhale, release your hands out. Really take up space and then touch the ground. Feel the groundedness. And then come back. Lotus. Whatever's in your heart, the lotus of your heart. Acknowledge it. Don't obsess with it, right? Just be aware. What's going on with you? And then inhale. Reach all the way up. Rising up out of the mud. Exhale, open, stretch out, open your heart, maybe arch back a little bit, turn your palms down and touch the earth. One more time. Be aware what's in your lotus today. Ground into your sit bones, into the earth, and lift up. Take a big breath. Maybe arch up if it feels good, and exhale out. Stretch out, feel the opening of the heart, and exhale. Fingers touch the ground. Good, come up onto your knees. Take lotus. So rising up just a little taller. Take a breath and reach up. Lift that lotus flower up. Maybe look up, arch back. Exhale, release the hands and take a twist to the right. Just gently turn to the right, releasing your hands down on either side. Inhale, take it up. Come back to center. Lotus. And exhale to the left. Gently, just moving side to side. Inhale up. Rising up as high as you can, and exhale, twisting out anything that's obstructing your groundedness, anything that's throwing you off your center. Remind yourself you can let go of those thoughts. One more time each side on your own. Focusing on ahimsa, non-violence in word, thought, and deed. One more time, take a big breath, reach that lotus flower up, maybe arch back, little back, warm up back bend here if it feels good. And exhale, open. Take your hands in front of you, come to table position. Spread your fingers wide, engage the belly. Inhale, lift the heart and open the heart. Exhale, curl the tailbone in, squeeze the chin, round up. Keep going on your own 3 or 4 times, focusing on opening up the heart center from the front and the back. Releasing any heaviness or worry or stress and bringing in light and healing and integrity. So you can connect to that integral being that's inside you, that sacred space that resides in that place of ahimsa. Take one more round, just fully immersing yourself in the feeling tone of your body, acknowledging what's going on, but not obsessing. Take it to a neutral spine. Excuse me. This keeps happening to me. Back the knees up a little bit. Come forward and roll down onto your thighs, onto your hips, then onto your elbows. Slide the hands under the shoulders, but not maybe a little forward of your shoulders. We're just doing a warm-up flow here. Press into the arms, lift the heart, and exhale up and back, child's pose. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower the thighs, the pelvis, the belly, all the way down. And then inhale, peel it up. Take it back. Child's pose, or you can take puppy pose here if you don't want to go all the way back. And do that 3 or 4 more times on your own. Inhaling forward, nice slow roll down. Focusing on spreading the heart center. Lengthening the front body. And then releasing the back body. If this is too taxing, you could just really come to table, bend the elbows a little bit as in chaturanga, and then take it back to child's pose. Tune in. Take it one more round. The next time you come up, take child's pose for a breath or two. Really shift the hips back. You can spread the knees wide or keep the knees together, whatever feels best for you. I talked about, this is the time we all know is going into the dark. So child's pose is like that little comfy little nook that you can hide away in. And sometimes the dark can be like super comforting. It's like a blanket over the world. When you're ready, come on back, table. Turn your fingertips just out to the side. Press into the heels of the hands. You can stay here, or to give your wrists a super stretch, you can turn the fingertips towards you. And if you can see, I moved my knees a little closer to my fingers so that I can get a stretch and it's not too much for me. Nice. And then now draw your shoulders down your back. Walk your knees a little closer to your fingertips. Is that better? Now tuck your toes and gently, I'm going to take my hands and move them even almost in line. My fingertips are in line with my knees. Then I'm going to gently begin to sit back. See how that feels for you. Relax your shoulders down. Try not to lift those shoulders up. And you should get a really amazing stretch up the wrists. Hopefully it's not painful. Take a breath, let that energy flow. Come on back when you're ready. Turn the fingertips forward. Tuck your toes, sit on your heels and just rotate the wrist. Just move that energy around a little bit. Rotate the wrist one way. If this hurts to be on your knees, you can come up here. Be mindful of your knees. Ahimsa starts with yourself, right? Peace always starts with yourself in your own home. And then you can radiate it outward. Take the hands back down, spread the fingers wide, and take your downward dog. Bending one knee and then the other, using the fingers to press into the earth and lengthen one leg and then the other. Breathing, moving nice and slow. Take one more breath and then come into stillness in your dog. Press the heels towards the floor. You can soften your knees if you need to. If not, press the thighs back and up. Pressing into the fingertips, slide your shoulders down your back. Be strong in your arms, but not rigid. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath in and out. Right leg lifts up behind you. Reach it nice and high. Outer spiral. The thigh. You could bend the knee if that feels good. Looking for your foot under or over your left arm. Come back to center. Reach. Inner spiral the thigh. Come up high on the ball mound of the left foot. And then gently pull the knee in. Step the right foot forward. Pop the left foot back a little bit and bring your right hand onto your thigh. Good. And just so you can have blocks here, if you have blocks or books underneath your left hand, kick back through the left heel and let that hip flexor just kind of melt towards the ground as you lift your heart. Relax in the center of the pose. Just feel without judging, obsessing, or getting too attached to the outcome. Release the right hand. Lift up and step it back, downward dog. Left leg lifts up. Outer spiral, bend the knee. Get a nice long stretch. Straighten the leg behind you, lift up a little bit. Come up high on the ball mound of the right foot now. This way you're making space. Take a breath. Draw the knee in and take a step forward, bringing your left hand onto your thigh. Wiggle your right foot back a little bit. So your left knee is over your ankle. Good. Roll the shoulders back, kick back through that right heel. The right thigh is active and pressing up as you drop towards the ground. Heart lifts. Be with sensation without being attached, without judgment, without labeling. Just see if you could be there. Breathing. Release that left hand, step it back, downward dog. Stay here or take a vinyasa. Inhale to plank. Lower through. Scooping the heart up and back to downward dog. Once you get there, bend the knees and walk the hands and feet together. Inhale halfway and fold. Take it all the way up. Reach high. Lotus flower hands. And hands to the heart. Take the lotus mudra. Feet are hip width apart. Find your grounded mountain pose. And with this gesture of lotus, it's an open cup, like an open heart. It's a willingness to show up and be patient and kind no matter what's going on. So inhale, reach that lotus flower all the way up, a little arch back, and then exhale, open and fold. All the way down, just give away what's ailing you today. Inhale, half lift, and exhale to fold. Take it all the way back up. Lotus mudra comes back to the heart. And just think about what you give away is what you keep. So inhale, reach it up. Let your cup be filled with love and kindness as you exhale and pour it all outward towards the world. Inhale, lengthen yourself, feel the strength in your body. And exhale, surrender to the not knowing. Inhale, take it all the way up. Lotus to the heart. One more time. Inhale, reach it up. Recognize. Exhale, open that the Yamas, especially ahimsa, is our relationship to how we are in the world. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, fold. What energy do we bring to our world? Lift all the way up, lotus. And hands to heart center. Pause. Each one of us can contribute a wealth of love and kindness wherever we go. Inhale, reach it up. Gather energy. And exhale, dive it forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step back with your left foot. Lower the left heel, bend the knee, and come up warrior one. Good, arms up. Interlace the fingers, steeple the first finger, Kali Mudra. And think about the next Yama, which is Satya, which is truthfulness, which is authenticity, which requires strength to stand in your truth. So squeeze the tips of the pointer fingers together. Arms can be, elbows can be bent if this taxes your shoulders, or straight. If you feel really steady today, you're gonna really dip in, bending that right thigh and look up. Challenging yourself to look up to the higher truth. When your mind starts to get obsessed with things and you know you're not going in the right direction, breathe in, and on the exhale, point those fingers forward, cutting through illusion. That's what truth does. Inhale, reach it up, arch back, and exhale, release those fingers forward and down. 2 more times. Inhale up, exhale forward, really with precise focus, cutting through your own illusions. That's what Kali does. 1 more breath. Exhale. Release the fingers, sweep the arms back. Take a breath. Hop that left foot up. Come into warrior 3 just for a second. And fall forward. Step to the top of your mat. Breathe in and out. Let's focus our minds on these yamas as we practice today. Ahimsa for nonviolence, Satya for truth. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, dive it forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Step back with your right foot. Find warrior one legs, bending into the left knee and reach it up. Adjust your feet so you can feel steady. The only way we can stand in our truth is if we feel steady and grounded. Good. Make sure you're drawing the tailbone in so you're not causing any discomfort in the low back, because this is a beginning of a back bend, warrior one. So just protect yourself. Stay steady in your feet and legs. Kali Mudra, pointer fingers together. This is bringing all your power into one place. The energy of Kali is to cut through the egoic illusions that we are in control. Breathe. Reach. If you want to take it deeper, drop your head back and look up. Don't forget to pull in the bandhas, pelvic floor, lower belly in and up. Breathing in. Exhale. Take a breath. And on the exhale, now take your arms forward. Squeeze the muscles. Lower all the way down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, cut through. Cut through illusion. Whatever is sticking to you that you know is untruth. Breathing in, the mind is full of misnomers. We have to focus and be strong on the truth of reality. One more time. Breathe in. Exhale, cut through. A lot of power in the arms. So squeeze the muscles in your arms. Release the fingers, sweep the arms back. Shift the weight into that left foot. And just come through warrior three. And then step it forward. Hands by your side. Close your eyes for a moment. Pause. And, you know, we are human, and this is why we have to work on the yogic ethics. I once read an all-time guru say, I've been practicing yoga now for, 30 years, and I'm still working on that first Yama. Because every day we have to get up and remind ourselves that it's the ethical, spiritual path that we're on. And the lore of our society and culture is very strong. It's a lot of illusion that we need to cut through so that we can stand in our light and our truth. Breathe in, reach up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale and fold. Step back to downward dog or vinyasa through. I'm going to hang in down dog, but you could take your plank, chaturanga, cobra, back up to downward dog. Once you're there, really feel into your hands. Feel the palms of your hands and the tips of your fingers pressing into the floor, sliding your heart towards your thighs. Lift your right leg up behind you. Take a breath and step it through. Lower your left heel in and down and come up warrior two. Good. Finding your warrior two. Make sure that your right knee is over your ankle. Turn the palms up. Take a breath. And reach the arms forward. This is Hasta Bandha. the bandha of the hands of giving. So reaching out, we'll focus on asteya. Opening. Into a gesture of giving. Reach the arms forward. Draw the hands like you're giving something to someone, and then open up. And do that 3 more times while I get a drink of water. Breathe. Okay. So asteya is the gesture of giving and non-stealing. Do that 1 more time. Reach, offer, and open. Release the left hand down. Just stare at your right palm for a moment. So non-stealing, not in just the literal way of like taking something from someone. It also means like stealing time, stealing truth, not giving what you know you have to give. And then reach it up. Keep your eyes on your palm. Ground down into all you have and be willing to give. And we all know, that famous quote, in the giving we receive, and it is so true. In the giving we receive so much. We don't have to take anything. We have everything we need. Asteya. Take a breath, reach, come forward. Begin to move your left hand forward. This is a little tricky. So set it up. Move your right foot over to the right a little bit so you have a wider stance. Left hand comes forward. Come onto the ball mound of the left foot and spin it forward as you reach your hands out. Breathing in, reach, lean. And exhale, sweep it back. Inhale, reach forward. Gaze at your hands, you're giving. And exhale, sweep it back. 1 more time. Be steady. Reach. This time begin to hop the left foot up. We're going to come into warrior 3 with Hasta Bandha. This is Hasta Bandha, palms open. So you can come onto the tippy toes of the left foot till you find your balance. I don't seem to have balance today, so don't look at me. Look at something that's not moving. You could stay here with the tips of the toes or lift up. Focus. Relax. Give everything you have to the pose. 1 more breath. Reach and release. Step forward. Pause. Maybe you feel your heart beating a little faster. So let your breath return to a natural rhythm. Maybe close your eyes and think about all that you have to give today. All the abundance that you have to offer the world. And I'm not talking about material stuff. I'm talking about all that knowledge that you gain with knowing yourself. Ready for the other side? One thing I don't like about this is I can't hear you. Nobody answers me. You're all muted. You can give me a hi sign like, hey, I'm here. Thank you. It's kind of weird when you're in the room by yourself talking and no one answers you, but my goddesses are here and your energy is still lingering in the room. I'll pretend you're here. Take a breath, reach up. We'll do the other side. Exhale and fold and give of yourself. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Step back with your right foot and spin it up, warrior two. Find your feet, find the best stance. Palms up. Just feel the difference of palms down and palms up. Inhale, bring the arms forward, maybe touch the pinkies, and exhale, open. All the while holding a steady stance in your legs. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, open. Feel yourself opening up and giving of yourself. Asteya, non-stealing. Inhale and exhale. There's a balance between give and take, right? Give and take. We find that balance when we focus on Asteya. You don't give too much that you're completely depleted, right? And you allow yourself to take what's freely given to you. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. And lift it up. Looking at that left hand. Find the balance in your pose between giving and taking. You're giving the energy to the earth by pressing down, reaching up, and you're allowing the energy to flow in through your fingertips. Every pose, there's a give and there's a take. Take a big breath, reach. And take it up. Good. Bring your hands on your hips. This might be easier, a way to come into the crescent pose. So heel toe your left foot over to the left a little bit, wider stance. Coming onto the ball mound of the right foot, take your arms forward, lift the heel, bend the left knee. Have your hands in front. Yeah, it's a little tippy. It's a balance. Finding the balance between giving of your energy to hold the pose and the balance of allowing the energy, taking the energy in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reach forward, inhale. And exhale, arms back. Inhale, arms forward, reach, give, and exhale, let go and let yourself receive. Inhale, arms forward, hold it here. Hopping the right foot up till you feel ready. I'm going to take warrior three. You can come onto the tippy toes. Or keep reaching, find a focus, and lift the right leg. Reaching out, out, out. Find the balance between holding the pose and relaxing. Stiram sukham, steady with a sense of ease. Reach, reach, reach as much as you can. And then gently release, hands by your side. Close your eyes. And receive the echo of your efforts. Maybe your heart is beating a little faster, or you feel your muscles coming alive. Let go of judgment. Just feel the echo of the pose. Try not to let your mind get obsessed with things that don't matter. Become clear. Giving and taking with your breath. As you inhale, you're receiving. As you exhale, you're giving back. Take a breath, reach up, and exhale, dive it forward. all the way down. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Step it back, downward dog. Or you can take your vinyasa. Depending how you're feeling, you can take child's pose. Give yourself what you need. You should always leave your yoga class feeling revived, not exhausted. So tune into your own energy. Right leg lifts up. Take a breath and gently step it through. Lifting your left leg up into a standing split. Let the right leg just take the weight. Relax your head. Breathing in. We're going to come down to a seat. So take your left knee, bring it behind the right, wait a minute, lift your left, lower the top of the left foot down, slide it back until your left knee meets the floor. Then walk the hands back. You should have your right leg on top. Is everybody there? Yeah. Good. Hey. All right, so you could stay here, but if it's possible to take Gomukhasana, so stack that right knee over the left. Just pause for a moment. So coming, now bringing into our awareness the fourth Yama, which is one of my favorites. They all are. A parigraha. So a parigraha is to wring out the notion that we don't have enough. We are so full of abundance. We need to release those blocks to think we need more. So we take Ganesh Mudra. So Ganesh Mudra, taking your right palm, let your right palm face you. Then the left palm faces the right. And then you clasp. You squeeze those fingers. If you have long nails, be careful. It might hurt. I haven't had long nails since like January. So gently give a tug, right? Bring that Ganesh Mudra somewhere in line with your center of your chest. Draw the elbows back, shoulders down, giving a gentle pull. We have this desire to hold on, to not want to let go, to not want to move forward. Things are always changing. We have these strong attachments that create suffering in our life. So feel that pull, the energy it takes to hold on. Take a breath, pull, turn to the right, and bring your left elbow just on top of the right thigh. Pressing down into the left fist, take a twist. And feel how that pull dissipated. You're gently pushing down, taking a twist, wringing out the notion that you don't have enough, wringing out the feeling of lack. You are enough. You have everything you need in this moment. Find gratitude as you wring out that desire to hold on. Ooh, just got a nice little adjustment there. And then slowly take it back to center. Take one more little squeeze. So you should be igniting all the muscles in your arms. This is great feeling of strength and power. And then slowly release your fingers. Wiggle the fingers. Open up. Release your hands if you can onto the soles of your feet. Or if you only have one foot up, just bring your hands to the foot. and then fold. Surrender. Breathe. Ganesh tells us that it's the obstacles that make us stronger. It's the obstacles that help us find the right direction. Slowly lift it up. You can come to downward dog however it's right for you, but if you want to just roll forward, coming onto the knees, you take one leg back, maybe the left leg back, and the right leg back, and come up to downward dog. Vinyasa if you like. Plank. Cobra. Feel the opening after that twist. Feels so good. And back, downward dog. Take a couple breaths. Center yourself. Come back into your breath. Find the rhythm of the breath. Feel the open spine, heart, hamstrings, hips. One more breath here. Lifting the left leg up. Breathing in. And step that left foot forward. Walk your hands forward and come up to a standing split. Lifting the right leg as high as you can. Let the head drop. Your hands can be on blocks. Surrender to gravity. Breathing in a little lift. Bending into the left knee. Begin to take the top of the right foot down. Sliding it back till the right knee is down. Walk your hands back till you can come into a seat. Good. Stay here with the knee up. No, Gomukhasana can be challenging. I don't want you to do anything to hurt your knees. If it's available to you, you're going to stack the left knee over the right, finding your pelvis in the center. Good. Now taking the left hand, facing the palm towards you. The right hand presses and squeezes. Is this the right one? Yeah. Is this the opposite? Yes. Okay. Okay, good. I wasn't really sure. It's a weird pose. You're all twisted up. Your left leg's going one way, your right leg's going another, your hands are going another. It's meant to kind of confuse you, like Ganesh does. He'll confuse you and block the way you think you're supposed to go so that you find another way. So pull. Really feel that energy of pulling. Drop the hands in front of the chest if you can and drop your shoulders. So you're empowering your arm muscles here. You should feel all your arm muscles igniting and all the energy it takes to hold on. Hold on, gripping for dear life when you don't want to let go. Take a breath. Turning to the left, drop the right elbow on top of the thigh, pressing the left fist into the hand. Relax your fingers and twist it out. Ring out desire for things to be any different than they are right now. Healing your relationship to the present moment and knowing for whatever reason, beyond our human understanding, we were meant to be here in this hour, in this time, to experience what we're experiencing, that everything is for our transformation. Relax into that thought and let go of your striving to have more. or you're striving to hold on. Twist. Take a breath. Slowly come back to center. Pull a little tighter. Drop the shoulders. Press into your sit bones. You can lift the pelvic floor here. It helps to lift and stay steady. And then slowly begin to unwind. Wiggle the fingers. Release your hands maybe onto the soles of your feet and fold. And surrender. Acknowledge everything you're feeling in this pose. Not turning away from anything that you find. Not obsessing, but being aware of the things maybe that you're trying to hold on to, of the things you're trying to get that you think would make your life better. All we have to do is be here now, and the right things happen. The right things come to us when our intention is pure. Gently lift it up. Swing it forward. Step the right leg back, then the left. Come into plank pose. Find plank any way you can. You can modify plank if you need to. Otherwise, we're holding plank for a moment. We're going to feel that energy of resistance. Press into the floor, round the upper back a little bit, kick back into the heels. Take a breath, and exhale, right knee squeezes in. Release the right foot, take a breath. Exhale, left knee squeezes. Get into the core, side to side on your exhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Go a few times. Releasing with the exhale. Squeeze the belly. 2 more. You with me? Lower the knees. Lower all the way down. Make a pillow with your hands under your forehead. Bend the knees and rock the feet. Breathe your belly into the earth. Feel that support underneath you. Surrender to the nothingness is what that reading said in the beginning. There is really nothing to fear when we're in the present moment. There's no worry. There's only gratitude for being alive. Release the feet. Slide the hands down alongside your body. Your arms are straight. Tuck your chin. And on the inhale, curl your tailbone and lift up. Don't strain your neck. If you want your legs to lift, you can lift. Shoulders pull back. Breathe into the belly. Strengthening your backbone, being strong. So we can be nonviolent and truthful and giving. And be grateful for our abundance. Deep breath, lift. And lower, turn your head to the right or left. Relax, rest. Connect to the rhythm of your heart. Take it up to center. So you can do that pose again. Or if you want to go deeper, you can grab the feet. So you can either, on your inhale, come up to locust, or grab the feet or ankles and come up to bow. Do what feels good for you. It's really hard to talk during this pose. but it's challenging. Breathe into the belly. Think about your body, how flexible it can be. Take a deep breath and release your pose. Turn your head to the left, rest. Let everything go. It's a balance of give and take. Expressing energy and then letting go and receiving. Coming back to center, hands under the shoulders. Scoop it up, hard up, and take it back to child's pose. Breathe. Feel your breath. Good. Come on up to table. Swing the legs around. And we're going to move into shoulder stands, but I want you to be really careful depending on your neck. You don't want to put extra needed pressure on your neck. One way to do it, if you have a blanket nearby, which kind of works for me, it helps my neck. You would just fold it so you have a strong edge. See me? Yeah. So the shoulders are on the blanket and your neck is off so that there's a lot more space. My neck tends to be a little flat. It's not as curved. You don't want to also turn your neck in this position. If it's better for you and you don't want to take shoulder stand, just find a wall or a chair or just put your legs up without lifting the hips. Otherwise, I'll show you both versions. So this is half shoulder stand. Lifting up. Half shoulder stand. The legs are tilted and more weight is in your hands. If you're coming into full, you're going to wiggle the hands further down. Try to walk the elbows underneath. Sometimes I like coming into plow, rocking my shoulders under, and then I can get up there. Try to come as straight as you can. And then you can come over to plow. Take your time. Find the right shoulder stand for you. It's really hard to talk in shoulder stand. And again, if shoulder stand is not right, make sure you're not turning your neck. Just put your legs up, straight up, or you probably have a chair or something around you. Put your legs up the chair. Good. Take your time finding the position and then see if you can hold it for a number of breaths. This is an inversion, so it helps to clear your system. It drains from the top down. Letting go, letting yourself become clear, letting go of unnecessary energy. Allow the energy from your feet to slide all the way down. A lot of times we've used the analogy of a waterfall as if it's falling from your feet, cleansing your legs and your pelvis, pooling in your stomach, then traveling slowly through the heart center, neck, and out the top of your head. Breathe. Try and stay with this just for another few breaths. Circle the ankles a little bit. If you want to come through and take plow pose, feel free to do that, dropping your feet over your head if you know any other variations. Feel free, just be kind, gentle, not greedy, non-harming. Make sure you're pressing into the top of your head. And then when you're ready, we're going to come out slowly. Use your core to come down. Release the legs out. Lifting it up. Take fish pose. So bring the elbows underneath your shoulders. Pop the heart up and slide the head back. You could always put a pillow or a blanket underneath your spine if that's too much for you. Otherwise, you're lifting the heart and dropping the head back and just countering the shoulder stand. Powerful pose. It's known as the Queen of Asana. Headstand is known as the King of Asana. Fish pose opens the heart, opens the throat. When you're ready, drop it down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest, rocking on the low back a little bit. Make little circles. Then crossing the left leg over the right. Maybe you can come to eagle legs if you could swish that left foot behind the right calf or ankle. Open your arms to a T. Take a breath and drop those knees to the right. And just allow. Here we can begin to focus on the prana mudra, which is to pull all your fingers in and then the two peace fingers come up and zip together. Your thumb can go underneath the ring finger and pinky or on top, whatever feels better. Breathing. And the final Yama, lift up to center, uncross the legs and cross them the opposite way, is brahmacharya, which is translated as moderation. Dropping your knees to the left, just allow. Wherever they want to fall, don't force. So brahmacharya is to retain your vital energy. And this mudra, prana mudra, helps to increase your pranic energy. Not to squander away your energy on things that don't really matter. Relax, allow the twist. Don't force, don't hold back, just let it be. Squeezing out anything that's left, that's blocking you from being at peace. Take it up to center, unwind the legs, give a little final squeeze, maybe a happy baby. You draw the knees down towards the earth. Rock. Take your time to finish your practice with anything you might need. Maybe a forward bend, or another back bend, or a hip opener. You guys all know your way around your bodies. Listen for a moment for that internal cue of what you need to finish your practice. Maybe a bridge pose. I don't know what feels right to you. Maybe you're ready for Shavasana. If you're ready, set the stage. You can turn the lights down, grab a blanket, maybe an eye covering. An eye covering is always nice. It doesn't have to be an eye pillow. It can be just a scarf or something you lay across the eyes. It helps to relax the brain so you can really relax. And once you get into that position, take your time. You're going to talk about you're going to take the prana mudra, which if you didn't see if you were laying down, it's just putting your fingers down and zipping the pointer finger and the middle finger together. So I just want to mention, anytime, if class is over, but you need more rest, feel free just to drop out of the Zoom room and continue resting. If you need that, or if you need to leave early, feel free to, drop out. It doesn't disturb anyone. So do what you need to do. Sometimes we have an appointment, so we have places to go, and it could disturb your energy. Make sure you at least lay down for a minute or two before you drop out, if possible. But if you're here with me for the duration, now that you're in Shavasana, take that prana mudra. First finger and middle finger zip together. Ring finger pinky goes down and the thumb goes on top or underneath. Then take your arms out at least 6 or 8 inches from your body. And visualize, bringing that prana into your body. Increasing your vitality. Retaining your vital energy by not jumping into unneeded places where the mind doesn't need to go. Rest in the knowing that all we have to do is show up with a willingness to practice these yogic ethics in all of our situations. And the yamas, they're known as restraints, but it's more how you are in relationship to the world, how you are in relationship to the people and things in your life. And what's amazing is it's the relationship to the outward experience, but it creates such inner peace. Think about it. Non-violence allows us to be steady and calm and kind. Truthfulness allows us to be strong, to stand in our truth, to cut through illusion. Asteya, non-stealing, gives us a balance of give and take, giving and taking. Aparigraha brings out the desire to have more than we already do, to stand in our abundance. And brahmacharya helps us not to squander our vital energy so we could use it for the things that we value the most. So allow yourself to rest in the knowing that all we have to do is show up and do our best. to stand and rest in our divine, in our divinity, which all these ethics are already present. We just have to cut through. So let yourself rest. Allow everything to be what it is. If there are noises, if there are goings and comings where you live, just allow it all to be. Stay steady in your awareness of stillness and clarity and energy. If you wish to gain merit and become one with the divine, then develop your virtue and extend it to the world. Abandon fancy theologies and imaginary ideas and do some ordinary daily work, such as healing. Let go of all conflict and strife. Practice unswerving kindness and unending patience. Avoid following impulses and pursuing ambitions which destroy the wholeness of your mind and separate you from the integral way. Neither become obsessed with circumstances or forego awareness of them. To manage your mind, know that there is nothing, and then relinquish all attachment to the nothingness. If you wish to gain merit and become one with the divine, then develop your virtue and extend it to the world. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Notice how you feel without judgment or attachment. Make some movements, waking your body up, either hugging your knees into your chest or rocking around, whatever feels good, so you feel ready to come up to a seat. Just take your hands and rub the palms together. And now take your hands apart. Just feel the vibration. And then really slow, bring them together. And notice the moment when you feel the connection. Slowly touch your hands. Tenderly feel that energy that you have to give to the world. Bring your hands to your heart. Just drop your chin to your chest. And honor your truths. So these ethics are pretty universal. And they're ethical practices that we all can strive for in our daily lives. Like it said, you don't have to do anything crazy or, big and fancy. It's in the ordinary. It's in the ordinary ways of your life to go out there to heal yourself. And when you heal yourself, you help to heal the world. So bow down to that divine spirit that's within you. Acknowledge your efforts. And together that we hope our efforts stay steady and that these efforts in our practice ripple out and benefit all beings, especially those that we interact with on a daily basis. May all beings be happy and healthy and safe. May all beings find their freedom and walk in this day with a sense of ease. Let's chant the sound of Om together. Take a breath. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste.